I'm from Fremont, California. That shit was no South Bronx. We never had Central Park. Cooler plugged into lampposts, up-rock battles in the subway. Now this right here is the history of the Ardenwood B-Boys. Elementary school kids with brown skin lugging around cardboard that was meant by parents to ship goods back to the Philippines. We knew like 3 moves. Groundwork to backspin to pose. I've been in love with hip-hop since back in the day. And no, it wasn't the day I first heard Run DMC, watch Beat Street, or threaded fat laces into my Adidas. The day I first fell in love with hip-hop I can trace back to a playground fight on the grounds of Ardenwood Elementary, and the day we stood up to a group of white kids who kept us on the knuckle and stick a heel with the same curses their parents had for ours. Now I don't know who threw first or who bled second, but what started as a high noon standoff between these potty-mouthed children quickly burst into a chip-with pressure cooker. It was only a matter of time before somebody popped. I didn't think it'd be my quiet friend Neil, who walked into the middle of all this mayhem, his provincial malnourished body like a steel girder through the tempest. He took every bit of it, every bit of chipped wood, every bit of burgundy split-fitted. Fuck you, monkey, and fuck you, white boy. His toothpick arms clenched like a moral warrior facing a Colt 45. This was everything that defined hip-hop for us as kids. We who were made to worship, we who were made to learn the words Washington and Lincoln before we ever learned the words Bonifacio or Rizal. We who were made to contort the nature of our tongues so we may more easily pronounce the words assimilation, acculturation. Now, I ain't gonna lie, back then my crew really sucked. We looked like a bunch of heroin addicts taking a tumbling class. In time, none of us ever followed the straight pathways of Krylon or lived behind 2 turntables. I made 1 rap song in high school. It was called Bust a Freak Mode. So you know my shit was whack. But you ask any one of us where hip-hop is for us today, then we'll tell you. It's raising children. It's fighting to pay the bills. It is living split lip, bruised knuckles with an ear-to-ear grin. And yet another MC wants to talk about the death of hip-hop and claim it as a philosopher's stone, but I'm not ready to believe it. See, at my base metal, I'm still that kid throwing tampbark at America. And yeah, most days I still dream about being a dope MC. But I tell stories like this one. See, a while back, I found my baby brother, the only one of us who ever learned how to do all this stuff properly. I found him sleeping in a sleeping bag on my parents' driveway. When I asked him, what the hell were you thinking? He looked at me and said, I got these friends. They're B-boys from Hungary. Every night they sleep on the streets to keep doing what they do. So I want to know if I love this art form as much as they do. A wash from embarrassment wipes over his face as he says to me, you think I'm pretty stupid, huh? I take a seat, I hold him tight, and I tell him, not one bit at all.